To succeed as a project manager, you must know how to negotiate because it is something you will do constantly throughout the project with different stakeholders. Luckily, I've been negotiating on projects for over 20 years in all kinds of industries. And today I'm going to share the highlights of what I learned about negotiation so you can stay clear of project failure. Understand project priorities. In project management, time, scope, and budget are king. These are project priorities you'll always focus your attention on, and most negotiations will center around one or more of them. You cannot negotiate effectively if you are not clear on the project timing, scope, and budget. To do that, you need to define key priorities early with your project sponsor and steering committee. You need to use a priority matrix to map out what is fixed and what is flexible. That is what you keep in mind when you go into negotiation. Period. Bottom line, understanding project priorities is crucial before negotiation starts. If you're serious about leveling up your project management skills, this is exactly what I do. I put together a free guide with 6 project management basics that will help ensure project success. Comment 6 basics below and we'll comment back with the link to download it for free. Prepare and plan ahead. Walking into negotiation unprepared is a recipe for frustration. You need a clear strategy. You need to know what people want to negotiate. If they want to add to the project scope, for example, you would research project requirements, constraints, and potential roadblocks. Define desired and alternative outcomes. Come armed with a plan A and a plan B. Anticipate objections and have solutions ready. When you show you're prepared, you'll stay in control of the conversation instead of scrambling for answers. That's part of why there's so much of a focus on planning in my Slay Project Management online course. Always get it in writing. Negotiations aren't just about what's said in the moment. It's also about making sure people follow through on what you agreed on. Even if negotiations don't go in my favor, I still want to have a record of what's been decided. And trust me, it feels really good to be able to show someone where they signed on the dotted line if they're disputing something they've previously agreed to. After you negotiate an agreement, whether it's in a meeting or a conversation, take a minute to send a quick recap email. Here's what we agreed on today, ... Keeping a record of decisions removes confusion and excuses later on. Separate emotion from facts. As a project manager, you'll sometimes run into hidden agendas, politics, right? Or even underhanded behavior. As much as we hope people will negotiate in good faith, that's not always what happens. Negotiations can get tense and people can feel overwhelmed when there is a lot at stake. That is why it is important to keep emotions separate from the facts and keep things calm. The way you do this is to be patient, be positive, and use documentation to your advantage. Bring your project charter with you that outlines everything you've agreed on and approved by the steering committee at the start of your project. This is critical. Focus on facts, not feelings. Instead of saying, that's not what we're supposed to be doing, say, let's discuss the impact of this request to see if it makes sense. Ask neutral, fact-based questions. What adjustments would make this more manageable? When you focus on the work and not the emotions, people are more likely to collaborate instead of resist. That doesn't mean you ignore emotions. You actually have to take them into account, which brings me up to my next tip. Use emotional intelligence. You're not just negotiating tasks on a project, you're managing people's emotions, stress, and motivations. Draw on your emotional intelligence. Read the room. Is someone frustrated, defensive, overwhelmed? Stay calm, even if the other person gets worked up. You also want to reframe conflicts. Instead of saying, we have a problem, say, let's find a solution together. People don't remember every word you say, but they will always remember how you made them feel. So keep that in mind when you're talking to stakeholders. Remain calm and encourage your team members to adopt a collaborative mindset, always seeking solutions that benefits the team and the project as a whole. For more on negotiating high emotions as a project manager, check out the video on this topic. Go to YouTube search bar and type Adriana Girdler, Emotional Intelligence. Use effective communication. Negotiation isn't just about making requests, it's about how you communicate them. The clearer your communication, the smoother the negotiation. Be clear and concise about what you need. Actively listen to other perspectives before responding. Frame your points in a way that aligns with stakeholder priorities. Have a pen and a paper with you. I know, a little old school, because I promise you're not going to remember everything that gets said. And yes, the meeting may be recorded, but it's not likely that you can say, hey, everybody, hang on a minute. I need to go back to and replay what just happened just to check something. You need to have it written down in front of you so you can reference what was said immediately. Negotiation isn't about winning the argument. It's about finding a balance that works for everyone. A win-win mindset looks to create value for everyone involved. Instead of demanding, explore options. What if we adjust the timeline? Offer choices, not ultimatums. Would you rather extend the deadline or bring in extra support? Look for that common ground. Think about the benefits, both sides, and offer a solution based on that. When both sides feel like they got something they wanted, the negotiation sticks. Now that you know how to negotiate like a pro, you need to know how to ensure your projects are successful. I've written a guide on the 6 basics to keep your projects from failing. Grab the link below this video. Watch this video next. It's a step-by-step video on building great relationships with your stakeholders, and that will definitely support you when it comes to negotiations. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you found this video helpful, if you can give it a thumbs up, as well as some comments on anything that you want to add. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.